Attention passionate LAS, Vegas Raiders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Las Vegas Raiders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Las Vegas Raiders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and LAS, Vegas Raiders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. This week's headlines are buzzing with something that's stirring up quite a bit of debate across the NFL world, and especially among Raiders fans. We're talking about none other than Tom Brady, yes, the legendary quarterback himself, who now holds a minority ownership stake in our beloved Raiders, sharing some insights that could shake up perceptions about what it really takes to be a successful quarterback in today's NFL. And no, it's not just about arm strength or making the perfect throw under pressure. Brady's recent comments have sparked a lot of talk about attitude, leadership, and how a quarterback's approach can influence not just their own game, but the entire team's success. Recently, Brady sat down for an interview with broadcaster Chris Collinsworth and the folks at Pro Football Focus. And what he revealed wasn't just a casual opinion, it was a reflection of decades of experience, a perspective shaped by his storied career. You see, Brady emphasized something that many might overlook in the heat of the game, or in the spotlight of the NFL's biggest moments. He said, "When a quarterback throws a touchdown pass, I actually watch to see who he goes and celebrates with." And that's a fascinating insight because it's not about the celebration itself, but about the intent behind it, the attitude it reflects. Brady explained that, for him, it was always about the offensive linemen, the guys who protected him, blocked for him, and made those touchdowns possible. He looked for them in the end zone, sought that team connection, because to Brady, football is a team sport first and foremost. That's a stark contrast to some of the celebrations we see today, those flashy, self-promoting gestures that sometimes seem to overshadow the team effort. Brady mentioned that he wasn't a fan of quarterbacks doing gunslinging, pointing up to the crowd, or other individualistic displays after scoring. Instead, he believed in a team-first attitude, where everyone from the offensive line to the skill players celebrates together. To him, that's what intimidates opponents more, that unity, that collective drive. And honestly, this message hits home for Raiders fans because it speaks directly to the core of what we want to see from our team: unity, hard work, and a relentless focus on winning together. Now, it's interesting because the NFL is evolving rapidly in terms of celebrations and individual expression. You've got guys like Sheduer, for example, who's made a name for himself with his signature wrist-raise celebration after every touchdown. It's part of his brand now, and it's something that captures attention and fans' imagination. But Brady's comments make us think, what kind of attitude do we want our quarterbacks to have? Is it about flashy celebrations, or about leading by example, about staying humble, about connecting with your teammates in moments of victory? These are questions that will resonate with Raiders fans, especially as we look at our current roster and the players who are stepping up to lead this team. Speaking of leadership, let's talk about the quarterbacks currently in Vegas. We all know that the Raiders have made some interesting moves this offseason. Geno Smith, our new starter, is known for his trash talk, his celebrations, and his self-promotion. Remember that moment when he hit Golden State Warriors star Stephen Curry's night-night celebration? That's classic Geno, confident, a little brash, and unafraid to show his personality. And in his first moments on the field in a Raiders uniform, he celebrated Ashton Jeanty's first preseason touchdown with a genuine display of team camaraderie. That's the kind of attitude that could align well with what Brady advocates: celebrating as a team, sharing those moments with your teammates, not just doing it for the fans or social media. It's also worth noting that the Raiders have added other quarterbacks like Kenny Pickett, who ironically was competing with Sheduer for a spot on the Browns' depth chart before being traded to Vegas. Pickett's move was a smart addition, providing experience and competition for our QB room, especially as Aidan O'Connell, who was with the team last season, is still part of the roster. But the real question now is, what does this all mean for the future of our quarterback position? Will the attitude and leadership style of our signal callers influence how we perform on the field? Because, at the end of the day, Football is as much about mindset as it is about talent. And let's not forget the context of Brady's comments. They're not just random opinions. They're rooted in his extensive experience, his understanding of what it takes to win at the highest level. While Brady owns only a 5% stake in the Raiders, his influence, especially in terms of leadership philosophy, is undeniable. If our general manager, John Spidek, and head coach, Pete Carroll, are high on a guy like Sheduer Sanders, would Brady's opinions matter? That's a tricky question because, honestly, the Raiders are in a unique position. We're building a team that combines veteran leadership with young talent, and the attitudes of these players can be the difference between a playoff run or an early exit. Now, it's interesting because the Raiders have also shown support for other quarterbacks like Cam Miller, a sixth-round pick who was drafted by Vegas but didn't quite make the 53-man roster and is now on the practice squad. Miller's story is a reminder that not every draft pick hits right away, but the potential is there. The Raiders' quarterback room has been a mix of draft picks, trades, and veteran signings, each bringing their own attitude and approach. Geno Smith, with his confident celebrations and trash talk, adds a different flavor to the room, while Kenny Pickett, with his experience, provides a steady hand. What does this all mean for the Raiders moving forward? Well, it's clear that leadership, attitude, and team chemistry are going to be key factors in our success. The kind of quarterback we want is just someone who can throw the ball well. It's someone who embodies the team-first mentality Brady advocates. That's the kind of leadership that can galvanize the entire roster, push everyone to perform at their best, and create that winning culture we've been striving for. Looking ahead, the AFC West is shaping up to be more competitive than ever. The Chiefs are still the team to beat, with Patrick Mahomes leading an explosive offense, and the Chargers are always lurking with their talent and playoff experience. But the Raiders are not just sitting back. We're making strategic moves, bringing in players who can elevate our game and foster that team-first attitude. The addition of Geno Smith, who's known for celebrating with his teammates, could be exactly what this team needs to foster cohesion, especially if he continues to lead by example on and off the field. And let's not forget, the impact of these leadership styles and attitudes extends beyond just the field. It influences locker room chemistry, practice dynamics, and even how we prepare for games. The culture we're building is crucial because football is a game of inches, mental toughness, and collective effort. The attitude of our quarterback and his connection with the team can be the difference between a season that falls short and one that ends in a deep playoff run. So, Raiders fans, as we watch how this story unfolds, let's keep an eye on our quarterbacks, on their celebrations, their leadership, and how they embody that team-first mentality Brady talks about. Will we see our guys embracing that approach? Will they rally around each other and push through adversity? That's what will determine our fate this season. And frankly, it's an exciting time because we're not just hoping for success, we're working for it, building a culture that's rooted in unity and relentless pursuit of victory. And now, Las Vegas Raiders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Raiders. Do you think Brady's insights will influence our team's culture? Are you confident in Geno Smith leading us to the playoffs? Or do you believe Sheduer Sanders' style could have been the future? Whatever your thoughts, we want to hear from you. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Las Vegas Raiders news. The season is just around the corner, and it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting yet. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, go Raiders.